Hey guys, welcome back to the Dark Cave. Well, I've been busy. As soon as this thing stops shaking here, sorry about that. I got the demon done, and I figured we just have a demon episode in case y'all haven't seen the other two demons I built earlier. But we'll get to those last in case you've already seen them. You can just skip them. I built this one for the intention of it going into the diorama. I know y'all have heard me, you keep hearing me say it, but you ain't seen it yet. Well, this is all steps. So, I built this one old school 70s, mid 70s, early 80s, I think. No side pipes. Oh, I need to. Oops. We'll fix that. I did put the chick in there. She's a little tall, but we got a sunroof, so it's fine. Secret, I will let y'all in. She's kin to Lieutenant Dan. It's just best way I can explain that. The hood scoop was in a box I got from Scale Model Outlaw, and it was a resin piece that was on a Pinto hood, I think. It said Ford on it. It was about that big. So, I'm assuming it was a Pinto hood. But that's how that ended up. No, I didn't paint it underneath. I put the battery in the trunk because, he still wants to go fast, right? And you know me with my shaky hands. They didn't get a radiator hose, at least right now. No wiring, no nothing, because again, it's going to be in the diorama. It's going to be never moved. Not a lot of detail under here. Matter of fact, I forgot that piece shows, so I just said the heck with it, and I haven't done the detail. I didn't even put the mufflers all the way, or the pipes all the way through it, and apparently I sat it in white paint at some point. But we'll never see that. And as always, I show you the problems. The tail lights fell in after the build. I'm not going back in after them, but they're in there. The paint turned out pretty good. You can kind of see the decal line a little bit if you let the light catch it right, but only if you let the light catch it right. And until my hands get steadier, I'm not doing the side markers or the front lights, but I will do them before they go into the diorama. So it's just my hands aren't what do they call it, unshaky, I guess, enough right now. So it'll eventually get there, but for now it's done. I really like this. Fun fact, if this had a black stripe on it and just a regular hood, I beat one of these up with a sledgehammer when I was a kid. My dad, it was a true 340 4-speed car too. I know, y'all hate me, but hear me out. When my dad had bought it, he had bought it for parts. This was in the 90s, so it wasn't extremely rare, but it was still a rare car. But it come from New York, and the whole frame rail, all this was gone, both sides. And right here, torsion bar mount, all that had just collapsed and twisted under the car. Now, the top side looked as slick as this, but the guy had got screwed, and when he bought it, because he didn't know what, he just wanted a classic car, and drove it to Oklahoma that way, which is crazy to me. It made it that far. But anyway, long story short, I hit it right there a few times with I think it was, I don't know what size sledge, but it was a sledgehammer, and I hit it there, and from here to here fell off. The whole quarter panel was just one big sheet of mud, and you pretty well guessed what was under the mud. It was a bunch of rust. So I don't know. We got the parts we wanted off of it, which was the 4-speed, and the 340 went into another Dart. But then the whole got sold off, and I can't prove it, but I believe the car got cloned. And there's somebody out there driving a Duster that thinks they have a real 340 Demon. Wasn't us, nor do I know the guy that did it. But I heard through the grapevine that's what happened. Anyway, so on to this one. I need to paint door handles. This one, I did put the stock motor in it. And you can see there compared to, I'll show you. Now that's perfect. You can see, that ain't crookeder than heck. I'll fix it. But you can see the difference between that small block and that small block. This is the stock motor for this. It's so dinky. So that's why I changed motors. Ooh, excuse me. But and this one I did the same. I did all these the same way. I didn't put the exhaust under them. But you can see I blacked out the grill and put the turn signals on this one, which I'll eventually, like I said, do to that one. Tail lights are in this one. They didn't fall in. I probably took my time on this one. Oh, see. And you can see I did some detail work on the interior. Just a little. It's even got speakers. I'm going to have to print me some of those now that I have a printer. Speaking of printer, y'all need to stay tuned for next week. I have a whole episode of about me printing. I'll give you a sneak peek, but don't tell nobody, okay? You promise? All right. That's your only hint, and that was the bad one. Now this one I enjoyed building because I don't usually do big wheels, but I did, and you can see I did the details. Now I did a what do they call that? Gunmetal on this one, and this one is a light gunmetal. So you can see the difference. But also did the sides and everything. Nope, just flat, basic flat. Hey, that one's got Don's Garage on the back of it. Yeah, and white interior with a white wheels and white stripe. Can't beat that. And I shaved the gas cap on this one, didn't I? Yeah, shaved the gas cap on that one. So 3 different demons. Might say I got control of my demons, right? And she was supposed to be flipping people off, but I broke her finger getting her in the car. So now she's just giving them one of these. You know, it is what it is. So that is all I've been working on that. I am thinking of starting a Camaro build. Now, I don't have much of the Camaro. I basically have the body. So I'm going to have to print like a 572. Or if I can find the rest of this one, we'll put that in there. So, perfect. You see? So I think that may be the next build. I'm not sure. So don't, like, oh, tune in next week. He's going to build a Camaro. Don't know. May not. But I have, here's a little bit of off topic. That was my first ever print of a bomb from Mario. And that I painted it. So now it gets set on my shelf. Or right there. I don't know. But that is it for this week, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And y'all remember, no hate needed. Just love, guys. Talk at y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.